up, you guys? This is your girl Yamani P with a quick tutorial on how to make a headband wig. Right here you see me with a piece of elastic, and I'm just modeling that for y'all real quick. And then I have a piece of silk. Now this is only one layer. You're gonna need more than one layer for it to be durable, but this is for demonstration purposes only. You're gonna measure the band around the perimeter of your head about 180 degrees, so half of your head, much like a frontal. You're going to measure out the front part of your head, and you're gonna cut at least 2 to 3 inches less than the original fabric that you have of your silk, and you're gonna cut that for your elastic. Once you have those two measurements, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna cut the elastic into 2 equal pieces. So I'm showing you guys that right now. They are completely 2 equal pieces. I'm just gonna go ahead and just split it straight down the middle. So you have piece 1, you have piece 2, and you're gonna go ahead and sew these on at a later time. But right now we're gonna focus on the actual silk. The reason I'm using silk is because, as we know, cotton or any other rough fabrics will pull out your hair, and you will end up with traction alopecia or just hair falling out in general, breakage, and we want to prevent that by any means necessary. Trust me, ladies, you want to prevent that. So now I'm just going on and I'm just making sure I'm securing all sides of my silk or satin fabric to make sure there's no bunching, there's no frilling, there's no anything coming apart. You want everything to be seamless. And once that happens, you will have something that looks something sort of like this, right? So I do have some frays and stuff that I will cut off once I'm done sewing everything together, but for the most part, this is what it looks like. Okay, so now it's time to sew on my elastic pieces, and I'm gonna sew each one to each end of my silk. And this is me sewing one end on. You want to make sure you get a good little grip on it. You want to about 1 centimeter to 1 inch of elastic on both sides to cover the, cover the base. Make sure it's on there good and hard. So you're gonna do a couple passes over with your sewing machine just to make sure it's on there pretty good and there's no possibility of it coming off, and that it's durable, like so. I'm gonna give it a little tug and just to ensure that it's on there nice and good. And this is something of what it should look like. It's not perfect, but it'll do. So here I have some Velcro strips that I bought from the 99-cent store. They were pretty inexpensive. I bought 2 different kinds, and I was just more comfortable with using the strip adhesive versus the circular ones because it just seemed more, I don't know, it just seemed more foolproof than dealing with circles, and it gave more coverage in my opinion. So I decided to go ahead and use the actual strips. And now I'm just going in and I'm gonna measure. Well, right now I'm cutting off the frays because they were ridiculous at this point. So when you're working with certain fabrics, you're gonna have a lot of fraying, and working with anything silk or satin, this is what you'll end up with. So now at this point you want to measure out about the last 2 inches of your elastic on one side. So you're gonna just kind of like demo how it's gonna wrap behind your head and put one flap over the other, so you know where you have to sew the Velcro. And I'm gonna take the last 2 inches of the elastic, and I'm just gonna measure out how much Velcro I need for the ending of my elastic. So once I figure that out, I'm gonna cut it off. On the back of this Velcro, you have some adhesive, so you're just gonna peel this sticker off, place it where you need it, and repeat it the same length of Velcro again. So you're gonna have 2 strips for this, and you're gonna place them side by side parallelly. Is that even a word? Oh my god. You're gonna place it parallel to each other on the ends of the elastic on one side. I'm gonna show you what that looks like in a bit, but I just want to, like, place it on there So I'm placing one on one side. I'm gonna do the same on the other. I had some like fraying in there. I just had to get it out. And yeah, this was so simple. Like, I'm telling you guys, so simple. So now that I got it stuck on there, of course I'm gonna go in and sew it down. So that's what I'm doing currently. I'm gonna sew around all 4 sides, and I'm gonna sew up the middle just to ensure that my Velcro is on there tautly, and that it's not moving, it's not going anywhere, and that it won't go anywhere, and it actually has longevity, and it's not gonna rip or tear or break or lift off like Beyonce and Jay-Z. You wanna make sure it's 100% sewn down. So as you guys see, I am sewing all bases. I'm covering all bases to make sure that my Velcro is sewn down the way I need it. And I'm even taking some backtracks and just making sure everything is in place. So once that's done, it'll look something sort of like this. Now, it does not have to be perfect, but it does have to be neat, you know, just for the purpose of, you know, having it look good. So I'm kind of showing you guys the placement in which I'm gonna place the elastic on the other side, well, the Velcro on the other side. Now that I've sewn the Velcro to the other side, the soft piece that attaches to the rough pieces, I have a dome cap that I placed on my head, and I just marked out the area where I want my headband to go, and this is the line that I drew with some makeup. And then I went along and I sewed it to the dome cap. I'm just showing you guys that it's actually a functional headband. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut off the excess dome cap just so it's left on. The only thing that's left is the headband. So you guys, it's nothing to it but to do it at this point. Like, it was very easy to create this headband wig, especially because I've been making wigs so long. I want to say I've been making wigs for 6 going on 7 years. So I'm kind of experienced in how to make a wig. So this was just second nature to me. It's just all about knowing how to make your headband and making it work for you and its purpose. So if you have a sewing machine, it's much easier than probably hand sewing it, I'll say. But this is the end result of just the cap, you know, itself before I add any hair. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use some Amela hair from Amazon, and I have the Brazilian curly, and I'm just gonna sew it right onto the damn dome cap as we do most wigs, right? And we're gonna sew in a horseshoe until we get to the top, and just, you know, do what you do. If you know how to make a wig, then this is literally second nature to you. So I'm just go ahead and showing you guys a quick demo of that. And this is the end result. This is how it came out. I didn't do anything to the hair. I didn't wet it. I didn't style it. I didn't mousse it. I didn't do anything to this hair. This hair is literally straight, like, once me just playing with it once I'm finished. So I have some volume. I kind of like how it looks. It's giving me like natural vibes, like giving me twist out vibes, wash and go vibes. So I'm just playing with it to see how I want to style it. And as you can see, my headband goes right over it. And you can literally freak this hair how you want it. I love it because I could literally play like this is my hair. And that is it, guys.